Hi everybody and welcome to our Soul Tribe event. It is the first event of the year 2021. We're January the 13th and goodness, already halfway through the month. I'm Tanya and we are going to be talking a little bit tonight about how we as a beautiful team support people to create what they want in their lives. So we've got two different ways that we do this. We do this by supporting people to create a healthy lifestyle and really look at how they can be well in a sustainable way. We have our gorgeous program, which you will hear one of our beautiful ladies, Tammy, talking about, and you're going to hear some stories tonight as well from our customers. You're also going to hear a little bit about the other way that we support women to create a really beautiful lifestyle. And this is through our business side. So we really want to help women to create more financial independence so that we can have a more flexible lifestyle. I mean, for myself, that's, I had many reasons when I came into this why I wanted to do this. One of the reasons was because I was really sick. And so our program helped my health a lot. It really improved my health hugely. But also, I was really stuck at the time in a place that was not serving me. I was not happy in my job. I was sick of the grind. I wanted some time freedom. I wanted to be able to travel with my husband, and I wanted to be able to stay at home with my daughter so that she had more support because she needed me at the time. And so this ticked all my boxes, really. It gave me something that really gave me choices. At the end of the day, I can now choose how I show up every day. I can choose what I do in my day, which I've never been able to do before. So, and that's what we do, is we really help people to design their own life the way that they want it. So you'll also hear some stories as well from our team and how it's really helped them in their life as well. So first of all, I'm just going to pass you on over to the beautiful Tammy, and she's going to share all about our program and our products.
Good evening, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. So I really got into this and with all of these guys and into this business and into the programs and everything because I've spent a lot of time in my life working with people with nutrition, working with people to get fit, all kinds of things, but never really had any tools or anything to do it. I was just working off the cuff a little bit from intuition and things like that. And one thing that stood out for me was that there's just a lot of different styles of eating and different ways of eating and different diets and different fads and things. And I just noticed that a lot of people their focus seemed to be on the gym or focusing on one certain way of eating, but weren't really getting the results they wanted or not able to maintain it longer term. So I was looking for something that could help me sort of incorporate all of my values and things that I wanted to convey to people with some tools and things to go along with it. And I came across these guys. I've checked out a few other different things in my time, but I came across the Soul Tribe and the Soul Project and the Vitality Hub. And I just discovered a whole world of people and programs and wonderful products that I could use to reach a lot more people with the kind of work that I wanted to do, which was really teach people about nutrition and how to live the best life that they could, and also maintain and keep the results that they wanted with their health longer term and sort of get out of the fad thing. So I really came into this because I love the whole methodology that they use. We really focus on three things, and that's mind, body, and soul wellness. And we really believe that all three need to be in a good balance for ultimately our holistic wellness and for a really happy life. So one thing I love about these is, the programs are really amazing. They really focus on those three things a lot. And then what we've done is we've partnered up with a wonderful company called Juice Plus that supports all of the wonderful programs that we provide with some nutritional backing as well. So sorry, I just had a mute issue. So yeah, I just wanted to touch a little bit on all of that. And first of all, just let you all know that we've just released a brand new program out with the new year. So we're currently running an 8-week challenge, and it's beautiful. It's full of all the good nutrition. It's full of amazing recipes, ways to get our mind in check, get a bit more spiritually aligned, just the whole package. So I'm really, really loving our new challenge. And I just want to share a little bit about how we bring in our nutritional stuff to work with that, because with our mind, body and soul methodology, we also have a little system which is based on the three systems, and that is central nervous system, digestive system, and our immune system. And so we wanted some products that were going to support all of that in a really holistic way. And so that's why we've partnered up with Juice Plus. And I just want to touch on the products that we use because they are amazing. These are all little capsules with just basically fruit, veg, and berries in them. They've all been produced vine ripened to their peak ripeness and really, really good conditioned soil. They are all spray-free products. They're all tested for glyphosates, really heavy testing to make sure there's no toxins, no sprays, nothing nasty in them. They are quickly frozen and then dried at a really low temperature to keep them all raw. And this is all about the micronutrients getting into our body, flooding our system in a matter of like 5 to 7 minutes max. So this is really bridging the gap with a lot of those ways of eating that people have. There's often a bit of a deficit in a really good range of vegetables. I've seen some pretty interesting ways of eating out there. I like to call them ways of eating, not diets, because we all have different ways of eating. And some of them are very low in vegetables. And so I just really emphasize these. They really, really helped me out when I was in a place where I was almost going completely meat-based. And so I was in denial about a lot of things. These really helped me kind of bridge the gap, pick my brain back up and see what was going on. These are actually, sorry, I've done this a little bit back to front. These are our central, our immune system food. So these are all going straight into our immunity and really making our bodies nice and strong. But I'm just going to backtrack a little and talk, first of all, it's been a little while since I've done this, guys, but live and all. First of all, just starting at the top with our central nervous system, we do need our omegas first going in to really, really keep our body nice and calm and keep the stress hormones low. So these are all cold pressed oils that have been chosen specifically for their high omegas. These are omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And they've got some pomegranate seeds, some sea buckthorn, some raspberry seed, tomato seed, and there's also algal oil there, which is specifically from the algal plant. And this is the cool bit. We are eating what the fish are eating to get their omegas. So when we're eating fish oils, we're actually eating them for the omegas. The fish don't make omegas, they eat them, and then we get them out of the fish. Well, we're going to bypass that and go straight to the source. Not only that, but Juice Plus actually grows its own sustainable algae. So we're not going and getting it out of the ocean. We know exactly how clean it is. It's all pristine conditions. So we take these, our central nervous system settles down a little bit. We're not racing around all stressed so much, which is what a lot of the omegas do. They feed your brain. They will also help with your joints and things, but the central nervous system needs the omegas. And so once we're a little bit calm, that means that our body can then take in the food, take in the nutrition, and actually digest it properly. Because when you're really stressed and you're tired and you're exhausted, you don't digest your food so well. So hence, this is why I really, really do like my omegas. And then going down, so once we've got the omegas going and our tummy's all ready to digest some food, it's quite happily going to take in some really yummy shakes. So these are our protein shakes, but they're also just whole food shakes. These are really full of so many amazing foods. They've got a lot of sprouted grains in them, a lot of sprouted seeds. There's alfalfa, broccoli, or all sorts, but there's also some really good prebiotics for our gut. So we're also getting some yucca powder and some other really wonderful things that feed up the probiotics. So we're then conditioning our guts to take in other food and really be able to process that properly again. It's also got some mushrooms, some vitamin D and some niacin, which is a really, really good mood enhancer. And these are amazing for balancing women's hormones. We've had a lot of women who are going through menopause that have found these have really alleviated a lot of their symptoms. But they're also just a great meal on the go. They're really good for little breakfast skippers or anyone who's doing a little smoothie or juice program with us. We bring these in a lot. Also, you can make other wonderful treats with them. I make little bliss balls and things. But yeah, these are wonderful, wonderful products. Before I came across them, I really wasn't too sure about protein shakes anymore. I was a little bit over them. So these came into my life and they just taste so good. Tastes really amazing. I'm a bit of a chocolate chia pudding fan. So these keep me off the really naughty stuff. These are my little snack go-to. And so then just touching back again, the fruit, veg and berries, they come in once all that work's done. Our bodies are ready to digest everything. They're all calm, guts feeling good. And that's when we bring in the fruit and the veggie and the berries. Again, just feeding the immune system. And so then I just want to quickly squeeze in that we also offer anyone who's getting the fruit, veg and berries, they're also eligible to sponsor a child, any child that they like, for free for up to 4 years to get fruit and veggie chews. So these are really amazing, really, really yummy for all those kids or big kids or anyone who's like not eating all the veggies that they should be or that they possibly would need for their body. These are really good. Or anyone who's actually possibly struggling to swallow capsules and things as well. This is another really good and easy way around it. So these are really yummy fruit and veggie gummies, and they're basically the same as the capsules. They just have a little bit of pectin and some tapioca to thicken them up. So free for the kiddies, guys. Just talk to whoever's put you in here. And that's really my little spiel about the products. Program's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it to everyone. I love it. We're all getting into the 8-week program at the moment. Recipes out the window. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Handing
Tammy.
back over to...
Going to pass you on over to Karina now. Thank you, Tammy.
Hi, I'm just here to talk about our program. And I have been a part of this for not quite, probably about 16 months-ish. Mainly got into it for my daughter, so that was good that I got her products for free. Both my daughter and I have suffered a bit of anxiety, and me myself with depression as well. And both of us are, my daughter hasn't really had any anxiety, and mine is few and far between really when I do have anything happen now. Generally my mental health probably the best it's been probably ever. Yeah, since I was a kid probably. Also with my daughter, I needed something to help her immunity and her health. She only has one kidney. Also was a preem baby. So she's had quite a few health issues in her life, and her immunity is really, really, really depleted, to the point where she'd go to school for a day and pick up whatever bug and be off for 3 days, and then go back for a couple of days, pick up something else, and it's just been a real disruption to her her schooling and just being able to live just a regular life like other kids. With these products, I mean, it's still a work in progress with my daughter, but she is a lot better, and she's still getting sick, but she's bouncing back so much quicker. Yeah, she'll pick up a bug and it'll be sort of a day off school or something rather than the 3 or 4. She also had a lot of fatigue, and the products really help her with that as well. and helping her and myself as well with our sleep, getting us to sleep better, and waking up in the morning feeling like we've slept and not, and having the energy to get up and actually go about our day rather than just wanting to stay in bed. I think my daughter's also been on the berries for about 6 months, and they have really helped her. She's in 15, she's a teenager now, and they've really helped her with her skin. She was starting to get acne and things, and now, her skin is quite clear, and yeah, her skin is so much better than what it was 6 months ago. And yeah, the program's been good, especially the mind and the soul aspect of our program has really been amazing for me the past year or so, especially with the mental health, with doing mindfulness. There's also some yoga and just the self-development and things like that, the affirmations, all that positive stuff, and having the community support from everybody as well, and to help give you the motivation. It's just been really amazing. And yeah, I pass you over.
Thank you for sharing, Karina. I love your story,
It's all right.
honey. Thank you so much. I'm going to pass you on over to Rachel now, and she's going to share her story.
Hi everybody, so my name's Rachel. I started on the products in August last year, so 2 years ago now, so about 18 months I've been using the premium blend. So a little bit of my backstory as to why I chose these products. So I was born with underdeveloped muscles and coordination issues, so that impacted a lot of my schooling. Anything sporting was pretty much out. Trying to write things was really hard. Trying to get through just passing tests and stuff in school was, hard enough, let alone trying to do it, with good grades. So consequently, I got bullied quite a lot, which later developed into a lot of anxiety and depression. It got to the point where kind of come intermediate, I pretty much isolated myself. I hung out a lot in the library. I just read, and then I worked as a librarian in my last year of intermediate, and I just hang out in there and just read and indulge myself in books because it was easier than being around other children and around the bullies and vulnerable and susceptible to all that kind of harm. High school was much the same. I hated high school. I hated the schoolwork side of it because it was hard, and I hated being around the people, the noises, having to do the classwork. It was pretty much a living hell, and I was really, really pleased when I finally got out of there. As soon as I could, I was out. And yeah, I was really nervous all the time. Anxiety was really frequent. Seen a lot of counsellors over the years. Nothing was really working. At the age of 13, my school recommended to my mum that I went on antidepressants, and mum, obviously watching her own mother go through depression, she wasn't fond of that idea. And yeah, so we didn't go ahead with that option, so I just kind of meandered through, and then at 16, against my mum's wishes, and I went back to my doctor and said that I felt I needed something because I knew that I couldn't keep going the way it was forever. And yeah, when I finally did get the okay to go ahead with the antidepressants, my GP at the time refused to prescribe them to me. So we had to go through a different route. But after kind of about 3 years of, being on different medications, seeing a whole lot of psychologists, psychiatrists, social workers, still wasn't really getting anywhere. And a lot of the time, obviously anyone who's been on antidepressants will know this, I had really low energy levels. You didn't feel like I never slept particularly well, even with sleeping pills. But yeah, and I didn't feel very happy within myself. It was kind of more, I didn't feel happy, but I didn't feel sad and really feel a lot. I kind of just felt a numbness. And there was never a time in my life where I could just say, oh my God, I feel really amazing. And if you asked me to pinpoint that time, I just couldn't do that. Like, yeah, it was really, it was really difficult. So yeah, I was looking for something just really to help me get through, but also as an alternative to antidepressants. So I reached out to a friend of mine, Hazel. At the time, I didn't know particularly well, but I could just see her doing really well, and I just I wanted whatever it was that she had, and yes, that's how I got involved. And since I joined, it's been a whole host of things. It's been my anxiety and my depression, but also my skin's clearer. I have better energy levels. I'm making better food for myself. I'm actually more encouraged now, rather than to go to the supermarket and buy a vodka chocolate. I'm actually happier to go and make stuff, for myself, and actually buy the meat and the vegetables and make myself a decent meal. And the other thing is, growing up, I really struggled with consistency and eating normally for breakfast. So I would never eat like just cereal every day of my life. I'd eat cereal, maybe I'd finish a box and then I'd go on to something else. And I couldn't get into that consistency. So that's where our shakes were really, really good for me. It's really good being able to have, ever since I got the shakes, I've had smoothies now. And I really love that consistency, but also just that I can play with it. So it's not the exact same thing every day, but I also know that I'm getting all my good nutrition early on in the morning, and that sets me up for a good day. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm going to hand you on over to Tanya now.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much for your share. Hi, everybody. I should be back again. Yes, hello. I love that so many beautiful shares there. Thank you, Karina and Rachel, for your lovely shares. We're going to turn the tables a little bit now, and we're actually going to talk about the business side. So this is the way that we create that financial independence, or we help others create that financial independence. For me, when I first came in, I was a bit of a skeptic. I tried a whole lot of different things way back in the 90s, and was just a little bit, is it one of those things? I had all these things that I was really concerned about. And I know that a lot of people, when they come in, they talk about, is it one of those pyramid thingies? Well, I just want to show you, this is where I was working. This is just a little diagram of what my workplace looked like. And when we think about it, every workplace looks like this. Every hospital, school, every traditional business looks like this. So what we've got is we've got our CEO sitting at the top here, and we have our different managerial positions. And then, of course, we always have our frontline workers. Now, I was one of these frontline workers, and I was specifically skilled. So I've come from a social work background, and I was specifically skilled. I had qualifications and everything to actually get this position. Now, the other thing about it is that we only get paid so much money. And I was really, really tired of being broke. I never really had enough money. The only way I was ever going to get a pay rise was actually by moving up in the company, right? Or going somewhere else and finding a job on the same level or in a higher position. So what I did was I actually applied, and what happened was I didn't get the job. There was so much competition, and there's always competition. When we look at it, there's competition from others inside of the company, but there is also competition from outside of the company as well. And that really, when we think about it, that is the only way that we're going to make money in the traditional business. There is, as you go further up the managerial positions, there's less and less positions there, so more competition for the jobs. Now, as a CEO, you'd think you'd be making lots of money, right? And yes, they usually are making lots of money, but the trouble is there is a lot of outgoings as well. So they're paying a lot of overheads, and they pretty much, by the time they get up here, they are married to the job. They really don't have much of a life. And for me, I really wanted a life. I got sick and tired of being told when I had to, work, how much I was going to get paid, when I could get time off. My husband and I wanted to travel, and we could only get certain amounts of time off a year, and we wanted to travel like 2 to 3 months at a time. You can't do that unless you're going to get paid, leave without pay. And there was no way you can pay your mortgage with that. So that was no choice for me. I didn't really want that. And so when this business came along, I was pretty excited to see that it actually looked completely different. So this is what it looks like. Now we still have the same front, so that, you know, we start at the same place. The difference is we don't have to be skilled in any area. We don't have to have qualifications. We actually don't have to know anything. You can come in at any level, at any qualification. I mean, you can be a CEO of your own company. You can be, you know, a mum at home. You can be someone on a disability benefit. You can be someone who's got a really high corporate job. Doesn't matter what you do. You can come in and know nothing about what we do, and we teach you everything. Now, we still have the same levels, and we have our CEO at the top, who is actually, it's not a CEO, sorry. We have our pinnacle position, which is PMD plus. Now, we have every opportunity to move up as much as we want to. So if we want to earn, you know, a couple of $100 a month, we can. And if we want to just sit there and stay earning $200 a month, we can do that. If we choose to earn out at about $1,000 a month, we can do that as well. And if you're like me and you actually want to move up and into the pinnacle position and earn what we call a passive income, where we're earning money while we sleep, you can do that as well. Because the beauty of this is there is no glass ceiling. So it doesn't matter how much money you want, you can earn as much as you want to, There is no limit there. The other beautiful thing that I love about this is there's no competition at all. We're all going for the same things. We're all at the same level, and that we support each other. You cannot get anywhere in this business without lifting someone else up. Because when we are supporting other people, we are also getting paid to support them, but they are also getting paid for the work that they do. So, you know, the beautiful thing is this community is all about supporting each other, and that I've never ever had that in a company ever before. The place that I was working at before was just so cutthroat. It was so negative. You know, everybody was complaining about the management. The management were complaining about the staff. It was just awful. Whereas we just don't get that now. So that's a little bit about our business. So what I really want to do now is I want to share some beautiful stories. We have some of our team who have some gorgeous stories about why they decided to say yes to this. I'm going to pass you on over to Amira, and she's going to share hers.
Sorry, organising children. Hi everybody, I'm Amira. I have been in this business for about 4 months now. I'm a stay-at-home mum who was tired, who was lonely, who was depressed, who just wasn't feeling life, you know, and it was really hard for me because I wanted to be that happy, energetic mum. I wanted to feel stable. I wanted to feel secure. I was sick of living day to day. Like, it wasn't even week to week. It was day to day that I was living, and it got really difficult. And I've been in this business for 4 months, and I have loved every second of it. I have decided that I want to reach that pinnacle position as well. And so I've been doing everything I can to smash my goals, and I am loving what I'm creating out of this. I have an amazing little team as well now. I'm earning a decent income, and I'm surrounded by beautiful, positive people every single day. I live my life to the fullest. I enjoy my time. For the first time, I'm 29 years old and I have 3 kids, and my oldest is 12. And for the first time this year, I was able to buy all my children's Christmas presents myself without having to ask my mum for any financial assistance. And for me, that was a really, really huge thing. And like I said, I'm only 4 months into this, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds. And if you're on the fence about this, jump in. Like, don't hesitate, because it's the best opportunity, and it's just, I don't even have words to describe how much it's changed my life. Like, it's amazing. I'm not sure.
I love that, Amira. I'm just so surprised you've stopped talking, because you're usually so good at talking.
I need a question.
You're gorgeous. I know. I just want to say this woman is amazing. She honestly came into this at a really low point in her life, and she's created such incredible success. So thank you for sharing, honey. I'm going to pass you on over to Anka now, and Anka is going to share why she said yes to this.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm coming from quite a different background. For me, this is actually at the moment a side hustle, as the young people would say. I'm still working in a normal traditional company, which I do love, but I can see exactly what people are talking about. You will only get paid whatever someone else decides your position is worth. It's very hard to step out of that and actually get paid what you put into and what over the years you're actually worth to a company. So I decided, actually, you know what? I had enough of that. I want to create my own empire. I want to create my own dream. So the whole wellness direction is very, very close to my heart. I'm actually on my way to become a stress management coach. And through this journey, I discovered this beautiful program. And it just took me absolutely by surprise to find a community out there that is already so close to my heart, to all these people who are just doing exactly what I've been thinking and training towards, and how I'm directing my life towards, about being healthy, creating well-being in your mental and also your emotional way of thinking, and being able to step into this, getting all the support, all the learning opportunities you can get, other people having to pay for all the self-development. We're basically being offered on a plate, because in this community and in this way of working, everyone actually wants you to better yourself, better the people around you, and being paid on creating your own income with that. I mean, really, how can you top this? I'm very much on the same line as Amira, telling you, if you're having any thought of changing the way you want to work, of changing how you want to create your income, this is definitely a way to look more into and have a go at it. That's all I've probably got to say, because looking at the time,
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
think
gorgeous. Thank you
that's
so
about
much.
Yay.
Okay, love it, love it. Thank you so much to Mira and Anka for sharing. So I'm just going to finish off really quickly with talking about the money, because I know that most of us love money. Well, I certainly did, and I certainly do. So we get paid in 3 different ways in this company, which is really awesome. I've never actually been paid in 3 different ways before. So this was all new when I came in. First way that we get paid is we get paid in retail profit. So that means every time we introduce a customer to our company, what happens is we get a certain percentage of some retail profit from that product. Now, another way that we get paid is we get paid through commission. Now, this is the really good money, because this is the money that I was talking about that pays us passively while we're sleeping. That's the money that while we're on holiday, or while we're in the hospital with our loved ones, or while we're doing life, we get paid for anyway, even when we're not actually working. And that's the kind of money that grows and grows and grows over time. So what happens with this business is, you know, as we introduce customers, as we introduce other people to link arms with, and to lift those up to support them to create some financial independence, our commission grows and grows and grows. So we actually earn a lot more commission. It's the coolest money ever. Now with Our last way of getting paid is bonuses. And I know this is the really fun now money. This is the money that we used to get paid years ago. I know my husband still gets a Christmas bonus from his job. I don't know many other people that do, but I never have. So we get paid bonuses when we get reached certain targets. So when you come in to this business, you come in as a partner. Within your first 10 to 30 days, you can earn $150 or $100 bonus. Your next level within your first month is you can get a $300 bonus. Your next level is SC, and that is a $500 bonus. Your next level is QSSC, and that is a $1,000 bonus. Now, the really cool thing about this, and I talked about this earlier, is that when we lift others up, this is a teaching business, so we need to lift each other up and teach others how to do what we've just done. So when you teach someone else to do what you've just done here in any of these three, you receive a teacher bonus. So that's a thank you from the company for actually doing that. And so that means that at SP, you get a $300 bonus. At SC, you get a $500 bonus. And at QSSC, you get a $1,000 bonus. Pretty cool, huh? Now, the next level is SSC, and that is a $2,000 bonus. Our next level is QNMD, and that is a $4,000 bonus. Our next level is NMD, and that is a $8,000 bonus. Now, our bonuses actually go up to 30 grand, you know, up to our PMD plus level, which is pretty bloody phenomenal. So when you think about, even at this NMD stage, you're earning about $100,000 to $120,000 just in commission. That is not even looking at bonuses and retail profit. So, you know, there's a lot of money here to be made, which is really bloody exciting. And this is something that was really exciting for me. So when we think about that, you know, as a CEO of a traditional company, how many of us actually get to earn that kind of money and have time freedom to be able to choose what you want to do and to be able to travel where you want to with it? You know, unless you've got a really good manager, it's really, really hard to do that. So for any of you who you might be sitting on the fence, you might be a little bit skeptical, totally. You know, most of us are skeptical when we first come in. Just get your questions answered. If you're feeling like you've got some doubts here and you're not sure, please reach out to the person that has sent you this link and ask them your questions. So you don't, the last thing you want to do is regret not jumping in sooner. And, you know, if it's not for you, it's not for everyone. If it's not for you, you might know someone who might really love this. Let them know. Reach out to them and say, hey, I've just watched this awesome event tonight and I would love to share this with you. I think it could really work for you. But thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again.